It's a painful reality that many chosen ones, those blessed with unique gifts and a greater mission, often find themselves being used by the people around them. Discerning when someone is taking advantage of you can be especially challenging, particularly if you are young, have a history of abuse, or face challenges that impact your social skills. Misinterpreting the intentions of others becomes an even greater hurdle under these circumstances. So why does this happen? The honest, albeit uncomfortable answer is that we often allow it. Many chosen ones possess a deep desire to give and to be available for others, driven by their generous spirits and the weight of their mission. They insist on being kind and selfless, which, while noble, can lead to being disrespected or exploited. Before we dive deeper into this topic, I'd love for you to take a moment to support this channel. If you find content like this meaningful and inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Your support helps us reach more people like you and continue spreading messages of growth and positivity. And of course, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's get back to today's message. This unbalanced dynamic often leaves chosen ones feeling betrayed, disillusioned, and even resentful. The challenge then becomes maintaining their generosity and trust in others in a world that frequently equates kindness with naivety. Being truly good means giving without expecting anything in return. However, this selflessness often leaves chosen ones vulnerable to manipulation by others who take advantage of their noble intentions for personal gain. This creates a painful duality. How can one remain generous without being used? This is a question we'll explore today. Setting boundaries as a chosen one. Being a chosen one doesn't mean being passive or submissive. It means embodying wisdom and protection. It means ensuring that your generosity and light are forces for good, not opportunities for exploitation. To live out this calling, it is critical for chosen ones to exercise discernment in their interactions and relationships. Trust must be earned, not freely given. Just because someone seems kind or attractive doesn't mean their intentions align with yours. Beauty can be deceiving, and even evil can disguise itself as an angel of light. Manipulative individuals are drawn to the radiant energy of chosen ones. These people, often narcissists or emotional predators, seek to destabilize and control their targets. They are masters of mind games and thrive on inflicting pain and confusion, delighting in seeing a chosen one unbalanced, hurt, or even on the brink of despair. The chosen one's unique, radiant nature, which sets them apart in this world, makes them a prime target for such malicious intentions. This is why recognizing the signs of toxic relationships and taking steps to protect yourself is not just a choice, but a necessity. Have you ever had the sense that someone was draining your energy or attempting to control you? If so, don't be afraid to walk away. Protecting your spiritual flame, your soul, and your will to follow a path of light should always be your priority. God often communicates with his chosen ones through dreams. A recurring dream about a person or situation could be a divine warning, urging you to be cautious. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to repeat itself, almost as if it were a sign? Perhaps it was an indication to distance yourself from someone who was trying to exploit your kindness or your position. These warnings are not coincidences. They are reminders to stay vigilant. Evil rarely appears in its true form. It often comes disguised, cloaked in admiration, love, or support, while hiding selfish motives. Some people approach chosen ones not out of genuine care, but to take advantage of their resources, influence, or energy for their own gain. This is why it is essential to rely on both your conscience and intuition when assessing the intentions of those around you. Sweet words and charming appearances can mask toxic behaviors, but if you remain alert and grounded in your purpose, you can see through the facade. As a chosen one, you were created for a higher purpose. Allowing manipulative relationships to consume your energy and cloud your mission not only harms you, but also diminishes the impact you are meant to have in the world. Emotional blackmail and manipulation are common tactics used by toxic people, and chosen ones must learn to recognize and resist them. Setting clear boundaries is not selfish, it is an act of self-respect and self-preservation. Learn to say no. It's not always easy, especially for those whose natural inclination is to give, but saying no can be one of the most empowering acts of your journey. If you find yourself being taken advantage of, it is a sign that boundaries need to be reinforced. Often, we feel like victims of circumstance, powerless to change our situations. This mindset, while understandable, is dangerous. Believing you have no control leaves you stagnant and paralyzed, perpetuating the pain you feel. To break free, you must take responsibility for your life and well-being. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for the actions of others, but rather recognizing where you've allowed unhealthy dynamics to persist. By acknowledging this, you reclaim your power. The road to protecting your light is not always easy, but it is vital. Stay firm, stay aware, and stay true to your mission. You were created to shine, and no one has the right to dim that light. As a chosen one, it is essential to stop blaming yourself for the pain caused by others, and instead focus on recognizing reality and seeking ways to change it. Cultivating your divine vocation often requires intentional solitude, creating space away from harmful external influences. Avoid falling into a cycle of jumping from one toxic relationship to another, as this will only divert you from your sacred purpose. These destructive individuals, sent by dark forces, aim to extinguish your spiritual light and dominate your will, pulling you further away from your divine calling. When meeting someone new, take the time to deeply evaluate their behavior and characteristics. Ask yourself and seek divine guidance. Is this person aligned with my mission? If they immediately begin sharing stories of how unfairly they were treated in past relationships, see this as a potential red flag. This behavior often signals manipulation and unresolved bitterness, which can eventually harm your emotional and spiritual well-being. Remember, as a chosen one, it is your responsibility to protect your energy and keep it free from malevolent influences. Never settle down with someone who consistently brings negativity into your life. Such individuals can turn your world into chaos, leaving you feeling insecure, vulnerable, and betrayed. Toxic people are often relentless critics, never satisfied with anything and continually masking their disdain with requests for alone time, a sign they are tired of pretending to maintain the relationship. To thrive in your mission, you must break free from these harmful ties. Some of these individuals delight in causing pain, acting as agents of darkness. Even when tempted to reconnect with them, trust that God will intervene to sever these bonds because they are obstacles to your spiritual growth. Your heart is connected to God, not to the destructive presence of toxic people. God desires the best for you, chosen one, and staying in a harmful relationship will only increase your suffering over time. True servants of God exhibit kindness, trustworthiness, loyalty, and support. They are not toxic, controlling, or deceitful. You can recognize genuine people by the fruits they produce. Their actions and intentions reflect their character. Be cautious and deliberate about who you allow into your life. Negative forces are always seeking to distract you from your divine calling, so guard the door to your soul carefully. It's also important to reflect on the beliefs that may be preventing you from meeting your own needs or saying no when necessary. Do you feel compelled to help others because you fear being seen as a bad person if you don't? Are you afraid of others' reactions if you refuse to help? Do you worry that no one will be there for you if you aren't constantly available for others? These fears often trap chosen ones in unhealthy dynamics where they constantly say yes, leading to overburdened responsibilities and sacrificing their well-being. By constantly prioritizing others, you may end up exhausted, losing sleep, and neglecting your own needs. It's vital to challenge these beliefs and realign your focus. As a chosen one, your first duty is to your own mission and health. One common reason others exploit chosen ones is their search for external approval. This desire to be liked and accepted can make you vulnerable, as manipulators quickly recognize this need and use it to their advantage. A simple expression of disapproval or a critical comment can leave you feeling guilty, causing you to fall into their trap of emotional dependency. To fulfill your divine purpose, you must learn to prioritize yourself, set firm boundaries, and seek approval only from God. Let go of the fear of disappointing others, and remember that your worth isn't defined by how much you give to those who take without gratitude. Stay rooted in your mission and trust that the path of light will always guide you toward genuine, uplifting relationships. The importance of setting boundaries as a chosen one. Many chosen ones find themselves easily influenced by the opinions or criticisms of others. A single comment or expression of disapproval can push them to alter their behavior or beliefs, simply to gain approval or avoid conflict. This vulnerability often attracts people who take advantage of their generous and giving nature. Take, for example, the friend who only shows up when they need something. They come to vent, share details about their life, or ask for a favor, but they are nowhere to be found when you need support. This one-sided dynamic highlights a lack of reciprocity. While you're always available for them, they offer little to no support in return. For chosen ones who are naturally generous and eager to help, this pattern can be particularly draining. Without clear boundaries, these relationships can lead to constant exploitation. However, setting firm boundaries is not selfish or a sign of failure to be a good friend or partner. On the contrary, establishing healthy limits is an act of self-respect and an essential step in preserving your spiritual and emotional well-being. Boundaries ensure that your energy is protected and your relationships are balanced and reciprocal. Flattery is another tool often used by those who seek to exploit the chosen ones. Opportunistic individuals are drawn to the chosen because of their natural leadership, spiritual gifts, or admirable qualities. These individuals often attempt to remain close to those who are influential or successful, adapting their behavior to align with whoever is receiving the most attention at any given moment. For chosen ones, who naturally attract admiration and respect, it is critical to be aware of this dynamic. Such opportunists often use excessive praise or make themselves a constant presence in social events and conversations, all to create a superficial bond. Their goal is simple: to stay close to you while you're in the spotlight or useful to them. However, once your prominence fades or they can no longer benefit from your presence, their interest quickly wanes. As a chosen one, learning to discern the sincerity of compliments and the intentions behind people's actions is vital to protecting your energy and staying aligned with your divine mission. Remain vigilant and critically evaluate interactions that feel rooted in superficial interests, ensuring that your connections are authentic and support your higher purpose. Another crucial step in maintaining balance is expressing your feelings openly and honestly. If you feel burdened, exploited, or manipulated, it is essential to communicate your emotions. Many people are unaware of the impact of their actions until someone points it out to them. By sharing how you feel, you not only set necessary boundaries, but also open the door to healthier, more balanced relationships. Speaking up can radically transform your dynamics with others. It relieves the emotional weight of unspoken frustrations and reaffirms your responsibility to prioritize your emotional and spiritual health. As a chosen one, your ability to fulfill your divine purpose depends on this. The next time someone imposes on your time or energy, remember that it's okay to say, "Not today," or "I need to think about this first." Pay attention to how those around you respond. Genuine relationships will respect your boundaries, while those built on selfish intentions will reveal their true nature. By setting these limits, you honor your role as a chosen one and protect your ability to continue walking your divine path. How do people react when you set boundaries? When you say no, how do the people around you respond? Do they respect your decision, or do they insist, trying to pressure you into changing your mind? A true friend, someone who genuinely values and understands your role as a chosen one, will honor your boundaries. They'll accept your decision without guilt-tripping or manipulation, because they recognize that you too have needs, limits, and the right to prioritize yourself. On the other hand, someone who disregards your boundaries may attempt to persuade you otherwise, making you feel guilty or even manipulating your emotions to serve their own desires. If this happens, take it as a sign of an unhealthy relationship. Healthy relationships are rooted in reciprocity. Sometimes you give support, and other times you receive it. If you notice that you're constantly offering your best, your time, energy, and care, without receiving anything in return, it's worth questioning whether the other person truly values the relationship. Consider the emotional effort you're investing. Are you always the one comforting, supporting, or uplifting the other person, yet feel helpless or unsupported when you're in need? In relationships between conscious, healthy individuals, there is no excuse for unequal effort or treatment. For chosen ones, who often dedicate themselves fully to the well-being of others, it's crucial to recognize these imbalances and take steps to address them. When you discover someone has been taking advantage of you, it's natural to feel anger or frustration. These feelings are valid, but don't turn that anger inward. Blaming yourself for not noticing sooner won't change the past. It will only burden you further. Instead, focus on the lesson this experience has brought you. Each challenge is an opportunity for growth, a way to better prepare yourself for future interactions. Learning from these moments allows you to move forward with clarity and strength. You have no reason to feel guilty for setting boundaries. Let this be a reminder. Protecting your energy and prioritizing your needs is not selfish. It's necessary. If guilt arises, consider where it stems from. Have the people around you made you feel that your worth is tied to how much you give, or how easily you can be influenced? If so, release that guilt. It doesn't belong to you. As chosen ones, we often extend countless chances to others, hoping for change that rarely comes. It's important to recognize when someone feels entitled to treat you poorly, and to have the courage to end those toxic dynamics. Don't hesitate to distance yourself from those who claim to support you, but are driven by envy or jealousy. These individuals aren't protecting you. They're watching, waiting for moments of vulnerability to exploit. They may be labeled as friends or even family, but if their actions make you feel inferior, guilty, or held back, it's time to cut those ties. You have a divine mission, and you cannot afford to be hindered by those who seek to monitor and control you under the guise of care. Trust your intuition. If you feel that something is wrong, believe that feeling, energy, never lies. Pay attention to how people react when you share your challenges or your triumphs. Do they listen with genuine interest, or do they quickly shift the focus to themselves? While some people are naturally self-centered, true friends and allies, especially those who support chosen ones, will show real care and attention. Protect your energy, honor your boundaries, and stay aligned with your purpose. The people who truly care for you will always respect the space you need to thrive. As a chosen one, your spiritual and emotional responsibilities are profound, requiring genuine support from those around you. The relationships you cultivate should leave you feeling energized and happy, not drained or uneasy. If someone consistently makes you feel exhausted or uncomfortable, it may be a sign of an unbalanced or even harmful dynamic. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with others. Healthy relationships naturally inspire joy and positivity. Conversely, unhealthy relationships can weigh on your spirit, holding you back from fulfilling your divine purpose. One of the most insidious tactics that harmful individuals use is gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation where someone distorts the truth to make you question your memory, perception, or sanity. Statements like, "I never said that," "You're imagining things," or "You're too sensitive," are designed to shift the blame onto you and divert attention from their own behavior. For chosen ones, who often bear great spiritual and emotional responsibilities, it is critical to recognize these tactics and trust in your perception. Self-knowledge is your most powerful defense. When you deeply understand your qualities, vulnerabilities, and values, you are less susceptible to the opinions, lies, or manipulations of others. Knowing who you are allows you to remain anchored and confident, even in the face of criticism or false accusations. Observe the nature of the conversations you have with others. Are they genuinely interested in exchanging ideas and experiences, or do they reach out only when they need something from you? Manipulative individuals often disguise their intentions behind flattery or self-pity, exploiting your generosity and empathy. For example, someone might excessively compliment your intelligence or kindness right before asking for a favor. These calculated actions are designed to make you feel obligated to comply, forcing you into a position where refusing could make you seem unkind or ungrateful. Similarly, manipulators may exaggerate their struggles or sadness, knowing you'll feel compelled to comfort them, even at your own expense. This pattern can lead to an exhausting cycle where your needs are consistently overlooked in favor of theirs. True friends and allies, however, value you for who you are, not just what you can offer. They'll respect your boundaries, offer support when you need it, and genuinely enjoy your presence beyond moments of convenience. As a chosen one, setting boundaries is not just important, it is essential. Without them, your energy and emotional well-being are at risk of being depleted by those who only seek to take from you. Establishing limits doesn't make you selfish. It is an act of self-respect and a necessary step toward preserving your ability to fulfill your divine mission. It's natural to feel guilty when you begin to assert yourself, especially if you've been conditioned to prioritize others over your own needs. However, this guilt is a reflection of the expectations others have placed on you, not of any wrongdoing on your part. You've already given so much of yourself, and now it's time to focus on what truly matters, your well-being and purpose. Trust your intuition. If something feels wrong, believe in that feeling. Energy doesn't lie. Pay attention to how people react when you share your challenges or successes. Do they truly listen, or do they shift the conversation back to themselves? Genuine relationships are built on mutual care and respect, not convenience or hidden agendas. Gaslighting and manipulation are tools used by those who wish to control or exploit you, but self-awareness and discernment can protect you. When you know who you are and what you stand for, no amount of gossip, lies, or criticism can shake your foundation. Self-knowledge empowers you to recognize and reject falsehoods, ensuring that your focus remains on your divine purpose. If someone attempts to undermine your confidence or character, your understanding of yourself becomes a shield, allowing you to see through their intentions and remain unshaken. In this phase of your life, you may feel compelled to let go of relationships or situations that no longer serve your growth. While this process can feel difficult or even painful, it is also an act of liberation. Cutting ties with toxic individuals allows you to create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. As you step into this new chapter, remind yourself that setting boundaries is not only healthy, it is necessary. It's okay to say no, to put yourself first, and to distance yourself from those who drain your energy or impede your progress. This is your time to realign with your divine mission, free from the distractions of those who seek to hold you back. You are entering a season of growth and empowerment, where you are called to prioritize your well-being and embrace the path that God has set for you. Trust that this process is part of His plan for your life. By protecting your energy and focusing on your purpose, you allow yourself to thrive in the way you were always meant to. Don't let guilt or fear keep you from stepping into your power. This is your moment to move forward with confidence, leaving behind what no longer serves you and embracing the abundant future that awaits. You deserve relationships that uplift and inspire you, not ones that drain or diminish your light. Stay true to your purpose and know that setting boundaries is a divine act of self-respect.